It is a single-stranded RNA arbovirus member of genus Flavivirus. Only female mosquitoes bite people. They need blood in order to lay eggs. They pick up the virus in the blood. It travels from their gut through their circulatory system to their salivary glands and is injected into its next human victim. Mosquito saliva contains proteins that keeps blood from clotting. When a mosquito bites, it first injects saliva so that its spray's blood does not clog its straw-like proboscis. Zika is spread by mosquitoes of the Aedes genus. The aggressive yellow fever mosquito, Aedes aegypti, has spread most Zika cases, but that mosquito is common in the United States only in Florida, along the Gulf Coast, and in Hawaii, although it has been found as far north as Washington, D.C. in hot weather. The Asian tiger mosquito, Aedes albopictus, is also known to transmit the virus, but it is not clear how efficiently. Experts believe that the vast majority of all Zika infections are transmitted by mosquitoes, not sex. However, the CDC, or the Centers for Disease Control, issued tentative new guidelines suggesting that pregnant women avoid contact with semen from men who have recently returned from areas with Zika transmission. The possibility that the Zika virus causes microcephaly emerged only in October, when doctors in northern Brazil noticed a surge in babies with the condition. It may be that other factors, such as simultaneous infection with other viruses, are contributing to the rise. Babies with microcephaly have unusually small heads. In roughly 15% of cases, a small head is just a small head, and there is no effect on the infant, according to Dr. Konstantin Stratakis, a pediatric geneticist and a scientific director at the National Institute of Child Health and Human Development. But in the remainder of cases, the infant's brain may not have developed properly during pregnancy, or may have stopped growing in the first years of life. These children may experience a range of problems, like developmental delays, intellectual deficits, or hearing loss. Genetic abnormalities are a common cause. Only 1 of 5 people infected with the virus develop symptoms, which can include fever, rash, joint pain, and red eyes. Those who are infected usually do not have to be hospitalized. There is no widely available test for Zika infection. Because it is closely related to dengue and yellow fever, it may cross-react with antibody tests for those viruses. To detect Zika, a blood or tissue sample from the first week in the infection must be sent to an advanced laboratory so the virus can be detected through sophisticated molecular testing. Federal health officials say that newborns should be tested for infection with the Zika virus if their mothers have visited or lived in any country experiencing an outbreak and if the mother's own tests are positive or inconclusive. There is no known treatment. The CDC, or the Centers for Disease Control, does not recommend a particular antiviral medication for people infected with the Zika virus. The symptoms are mild, when they appear at all, and usually require only rest, nourishment, and other supportive care. There is no vaccine against the Zika virus. Travelers to infected countries are advised to avoid or minimize mosquito bites by staying in screened or air-conditioned rooms. The virus is thought to have reached Asia from Africa at least 50 years ago. While it may have caused spikes in microcephaly as it first spread, there was no testing to pin down which of many possible causes was to blame. Until recently, health officials paid little attention to Zika virus. It circulated in the same regions as dengue and chikungunya, and compared with those two painful infections, Zika was usually mild. French Polynesia is the only area outside of Brazil to be affected by a Zika outbreak, in which public health officials have identified an increase in the number of fetuses and babies with unusually small heads. According to the Pan American Health Organization, the virus will spread to about 24 destinations, mostly in Caribbean, Central America, and South America, not including Canada and Chile.